Hi, I'm Patricia Longo and I'm a celebrity makeup artist. I've worked with models from Sports Illustrated like Brooklyn Decker and Julie Henderson to Alec Baldwin at 30 Rock. All those things that experts do that the average person doesn't know how to do, will learn how to do it on these videos. How do you create an eyebrow arch is one question I get a lot. And to me, it's all about eyebrow shaping. The first thing I do is I look in the mirror and I take a look at where her eyebrow starts and where Catherine's eyebrow ends. You always want the eyebrow to start right where inside her eye comes out, and I usually make a line, just an angle going out slightly from the inside of her eye. And on the outside of her eye, usually take a pencil and I put it on an angle and I say this is where it should end. So Catherine can use a little bit of more eyebrow here and a little less eyebrow here. And that's the beginning to the end of the eyebrow. So the second thing is the arch. You want a natural arch. If you don't have an arch, it's a little hard to create an arch, but she does have an arch. Her arch starts here. What I recommend is her arch should be a little more here, which means she would need to tweeze right here and take off some of the thickness, and that will create a nice arch. Now, how to do that is the second question. So after I figure out where the eyebrow should start and end, I want to create an arch. I always say the arch should end up right in smack in the middle of the eye. So Catherine has an arch right here, but I want to bring her arch a little closer to the center. What I would do is tweezers. My tweezermans are my favorite, and I love the ones with the handles because this can give you control. So as you see her arch, I'm going to start plucking right here, and I'm pulling it up. You always pull up, never against the eyebrow. I already took off a few hairs and it's already creating an arch. Now people always say, is it harder to do it on yourself? Sure, but if you feel that it's getting a little too red, always put a warm pad on your eyebrows. It'll soften up the skin and it'll make the tweezers pull much easier. As you can see, I lifted up her eyebrow with my finger, my thumb, and I'm cleaning her arch. Just cleaning out her eyebrow. And already she has a little bit of an arch. And then what I do, because I want the eyebrow to go further down, I take that shadow and I bring it down to where it should be and gives her an arch. Can you see the difference in one eyebrow with a little bit of plucking as opposed to the thicker eyebrow who has no arch? So basically when I'm shaping an eyebrow, I look for where it starts and where it ends. I choose where I want my arch, which is always slightly off the center towards the end. And then that's where I create my arch, and I decide to tweeze. As you've seen, I just did a nice tweeze on Catherine's eyebrow, and I create a shape, and there's your arch.